Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying life. Hopefully you enjoyed that big announcement I made last video. If you haven't, make sure you go check that out after this video, of course. But topic of discussion today, iPad OS. Now, as someone who has used iPads before, I'm actually really excited for this one because this is going to be a big announcement. I love the fact that they just get more innovative as a company. Apple does every year. They just find new ways to make us want more products, but also make them more personal to us. Now, am I being biased? Probably so, because I like Apple products, but I also like Android. I like PC. I'm not biased either way. Well, I take it back. I do like Apple products, but I do also like the Android side of things, and I like the PC side of things. It's not just all Mac. But so here in a sec, I'm going to be sharing my screen. But I'm really excited for this update because when they announced it at the Apple event, they talked about some really big things that were coming to iPad. So let me share my screen now. So one of the things I really am excited about is the math notes, because if you're anything like me, I'm smart, but when it comes to math, I sometimes struggle. And I love the fact that you can write a math problem in the notes and it will help you solve it. It'll show you a step-by-step thing on how to solve it. And I think that's very cool. Now, will that be considered a form of cheating in school? Probably so. And there's probably going to have to be some sanctions on that, whether it be with the K through 12 program, from kindergarten all the way up to, being a senior in high school, and then also with college. There's probably going to have to be some stipulations that math teachers and professors are going to have to be putting in motion when this comes out. But going back to it, I like the fact that they are trying to make this even more user-friendly. I love the fact that, there's text effects like "Go team" or "Great work," things like, or "Scenes in freedom." I also love that. I love the smart script and notes and we're going to be bringing up the website. We can talk more in depth about this even more. But something that's going to be coming here soon to this channel that I'm excited about, that is coming to iPadOS, is game mode. I am someone who, when it comes down to it, like when I bought my first iPad, did I use it for my college university studies? I did. But what I mostly used it for was streaming on Netflix and playing games. Was that the most productive thing to use it for? Probably more counterproductive than anything. Make sure you tell me in the comments below, like, what do you guys use your iPad for? Do you use it for being more productive, or is it more of a way to watch like YouTube videos or play games or this, that, or the other? Make sure you tell me in the comments below, because honestly, I probably used it for the wrong reasons. But I love the fact that you can now do the control center customization on this. Like, we talked about this with the iOS 18 update that's going to be coming out. But I like the fact that you can customize your control center. And to me, that's really exciting. And I also love the fact that you have a redesigned tab bar, which is very exciting. But there's also something I really am excited about, and that is the customizable app icons. Because if you're anything like me, you want your Apple products to be unique, to be your own. Now, you can't really do that with the current Apple products because, well, you can't customize the app icons. You can't customize the control center. There's so much you can't customize. I kind of mentioned this in that iOS update video, but I love that. I love the fact that, like, you can customize the app icons, to make them your own. But I also enjoy the fact, again, that you can have the math notes, because I'm someone, like, again, I'm a very smart guy. I try to do my best. Like, I've tried to do my best in school, just like everyone else. But there's some times when I've been in situations like, solving an equation in algebra or solving this, that, or the other in math. and I needed the help. And this is what's going to help me, and what's going to help a lot of people in the future, coming this fall with math. Now, is it going to cause a hindrance, or like I said earlier, is it going to cause some cheating to go on? More than likely, because with every good thing, there comes the bad. And I just have to throw that out there. As a techie, I have to throw that out there. But there's a lot of good things about this. I don't know how math is taught in the country where you reside or the state which you reside, but for the university I attend, they actually had to go through and do a major revamp on the math program because there was a lot of people flunking out of math. I was one of them because they did everything online. Your textbook was online. You literally just had an instructor there to ask questions, and he couldn't really just sit there with you and go over everything because he had a whole classroom of students to go through and to try to get help. And there was just something about it. I don't know what it was. I'm more hands-on, and I love the fact that this is going to be more hands-on. But going back to this, there's a few things I really want to talk about, and that's the game mode. I really am excited for game mode because, if you have like little ones like me, I'm not married, I don't have kids, and no, I'm not advertising myself. This is not what this is about. This isn't a dating channel. This is a tech, gaming, videography, and some occasional photography type channel. But I like the fact that they're going to have game mode on this, and we're going to talk more about that here in a little bit. And I love the fact that there's collapsible, if I can get the words out of my mouth, sections and notes, because I don't know about you guys, but when I go through my notes, because my notes sync from my MacBook to my phone, and when I get an iPad again, it'll sync from that as well. And knowing that you can have collapsible sections is going to be so helpful to me, because I try to stay organized. Bringing this back full circle, I always tell people there is a method to my madness. And that's true. Like, I try to stay organized, but it's my own way of organizing and staying organized. To some people, it may look like madness, but to me, it's the best. Like, I love the fact that, this is my way to organize. And I like the fact that you're going to have these collapsible sections. So, really quick, I want to bring up the Apple website for you guys, because this is something that I feel like all of us can use. Getting some more information about this, because this is just a preview of what you can expect on the iOS 18 preview. See this? There's that math notes that I'm so excited for. All right, iPadOS 18 preview totally rewrites rules, which I love that. Explore new ways to work with Apple Pencil, discover new experiences and apps, and customize iPad even further. And bring your ideas to life like never before with Apple Intelligence. Now, I've already done a video. It was a big video on Apple Intelligence. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go check that out. But I love the fact that they're including the Apple Intelligence in this. All right, so first, speaking of which, Apple Intelligence on iPad Pro and iPad Air models M1 and later, iPadOS 18 introduces Apple Intelligence, which draws on your personal context to give you intelligence that's most helpful and relevant for you. And so I love the fact that, they also say, this is a beta that's coming this fall, and that's something that I'm working on. I've already applied for the beta. For iOS 18 all across the board, and I'm excited for it. But I love the fact that it says writing, focus, and communication. New writing tools and language capabilities help you write, summarize longer text, and prioritize notifications. Now, I talked about this in the iOS 18. I'm someone that I like to look at the cliff notes, especially if I'm in a text chain, or if I get an email that I'm part of an email chain for work or for school or whatever. I don't sometimes have the time to read through a long email. I just want to look at the cliff notes, the summarization of something, so I can get a full understanding of what's going on without spending an hour to an hour and a half reading through all these emails or texts or whatever the case. And I love the fact that this, like the iOS 18, gives you that capability. Delightful images created just for you. Create images to express yourself, craft Jin emojis for conversations, or revisit favorite moments with your own memory movies. And I love that because, you know, as a videographer, I love the fact that like I can even go on my phone, this guy right here, and you can have my dog, say hello to him. I'm a nerd. I love my dog. But I love the fact that I can go back on memories because, you know, this guy right here, he's not around anymore. I love being able to go back and look at memories of him and being able to see when he was alive. Or I love the fact that I can go back and look at family moments. You know, being a photographer, I've taken photos for my family, and being able to go back and kind of relive those memories is something that I love. And I love the fact that you can go down memory lane with this. And I love the fact that this says the start of a new era for Siri, which I'm excited for the update with Siri. Siri seriously needed an update. Siri needed a serious update. Say that 10 times fast. I'm not going to, because I'm not going to embarrass myself, because I will embarrass myself. It says, with richer language understanding and awareness of your personal context, Siri is more capable and helpful than ever. And I think that that is so cool. All right. So starting off with the notes. Jot down thoughts super fast, let smart scripts smooth it out. So, you know, being a college student, there have been times when I've sat there and I would like try to like write as many notes as I could in class. And sometimes it looks like chicken scratch. And that's what I always tell people, like, I have nice handwriting, but when I'm in a hurry, my handwriting looks like chicken scratch. And I love the fact that with smart script, it'll smooth it out. So I can go like, so I don't have to sit there and like feel like I'm having to use a translator. Like, what was this? What was that? I love the fact that it just smooths it out. You know, live audio transcription. This is something that would be very helpful in different situations, whether it be with, you know, taking notes in class or doing an interview with someone, especially for this channel. Like if I'm interviewing someone about a tech product, I love the fact that it says, you know, record audio sessions with your note and generate live audio transcripts that you can search through and combine with other comments, checklists, and documents. You know, I've been saying this all along, but Apple, they try to make things more efficient for us users. I know that, you know, Android and PC and all those, they're right behind, if not right there with Apple, doing the same thing. And I love the fact that all these tech companies are trying to make our lives that much simpler, especially like, you know, because it's kind of expensive to hire your own personal secretary. But I love the fact that this is basically like your own personal secretary, but you don't have to pay for it. I love that. I love the fact, well, you have to pay for it in the price at first, but you get what I mean. Going back to it, I love the fact that, you know, even going down here, you know, highlighting, make text stand out with color. You know, if you're taking, let's say you're taking an anatomy class in college, and you're like, you know, there's certain, and your professor's like, make sure you understand this certain part. You can highlight that with your Apple Pencil, obviously, and you can make sure that this really stands out. Because, you know, at first, I got to be honest with you guys. At first, I was against, bring this back full circle. At first, I was against Apple Pencil. I thought, like, this is a waste of time. Like, Steve Jobs would have never allowed this. Like, you know, I was on that bandwagon. But then I got to using it one time at the Apple Store. And I've also seen how my brother's been able to use it with his studies. And he just got his master's degree in microbiology. So, Dan, if you're watching this, congrats on that, by the way. I've already told you congrats. But again, make sure you guys tell him congrats in the comments below, because that's a big deal. Master's degrees are really big, and they take a long time. But anyway, just being able to see how it has helped him with his college efforts, and just seeing how user-friendly the Apple Pencil is. I love the fact that you can now use it to highlight important parts of like different brochures or interviews or lectures. You can, you know, do different, there's so many different cool things you can do. And I love the fact that, again, here comes that math notes with calculator, math notes with Apple Pencil, evaluate expressions, assign variables, and plot, and even plot graphs with Apple Pencil, just as you would on paper. Or with a keyboard, calculator solves expressions in line as soon as you write or type the equal sign. And I love the fact that, like, if you scroll down right here, they give you a step-by-step way how they did it. Like, how it doesn't just say like, oh, here's the answer. No, it gives you like a step-by-step how it solved the equation or the different math problem, so you can kind of understand it. To be honest, this is kind of better than some of the high school teachers I had in high school, because some of them did not explain this very well. I only had one, and he was my senior year high school teacher, and he explained it very well. But and here we go. This is that customizing part. You know, that I love being able to make things my own. I love the fact that, like, you know, you can rearrange apps and widgets. You know, personalize your home screen layout by placing apps and widgets right where you want them on each page to let your wallpaper shine through. Now, I love the fact that you can make sure that, you know, it's not hiding the person that you have a photo of. Like, maybe it's your spouse, or maybe it's your dog, or maybe it's your cat, maybe your fish or a turtle, whatever the case may be. I love the fact that you can make it so it doesn't hide behind apps. So they're going to be able to make this fully customizable so you can see all that. And again, bringing up this, I love the fact that you can do the new look for app icons. You know, make them your own. Make them, you know, this one, this shows just a brief example. You can turn them purple, or if you like the color blue, you can turn them all blue. But I also like the fact that it will lock with locked and hidden apps. You can do the Face ID required. You know, 2 ways to protect sensitive apps or information inside them when others are using your device. And I love the fact that, like, people won't be able to access certain apps or certain different areas of your iPad without your facial recognition. And of course, they have to say, hey, I need to scan your face. Now at that point, you can just say, like, why? You know, and I love the fact that there's going to be a big update to the control center. You know, redesigned control center features new group of controls, which you can access more fluidly in single continuous swipe down on the home screen. Guys, there's so much I could talk about with this. If you guys want me to do let me bring this full circle. If you guys want me to do a part 2 on this, because this is something that's going to be very big. You know, these Apple updates that are coming out in the fall are going to be huge. They're going to be huge. That was an old Easter egg to a reference to a Snapchat video I did a long time ago. If you want me to do a part 2, make sure you tell me in the comments below. But make sure you go back and check out the video before this, because there was a pretty big announcement. I'm not going to say when or where or what the announcement included, but make sure you go back and check that. And make sure you tell me in the comments below, like, what kind of apps do you enjoy using on your tablet? Whether it be you're on an iPad, you're on a Microsoft Surface, or you're on the various Android tablets. Make sure you tell me what features you like and what features you're looking forward to that are coming to your updates with your tablet. And on that note, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.